Dear friends and my dear students, today we are going to discuss the personality and the ideology of great leader Subhash Chandra Bose. The great personality and remarkable grand ideology of topmost legendary hero of the Indian freedom struggle is very much relevant even today because India is passing through a very critical phase in which communalism, casteism, regionalism, language, sectarianism, and separatist forces are quite rampant in these days. All these states are highly dangerous for the unity of the country. Highly dangerous. So it is the right time to assess without passion and the prejudice the life and the works of great leader. His 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 blazing patriotism and his ceaseless self-dedication and his undaunted courage turned him in his lifetime a great legend that Indian people proudly cherish and called fondly and gratefully Netaji. He was called Netaji. So Subhash written has his own autobiography named as Indian Pilgrim. An Indian Pilgrim. His ideology has been depicted in his book titled, which was written by himself, Indian Struggle. Indian Struggle was the title of that book. It was published in England because British government did not allow for its publication in India. Ryan Pretoria has also written his biography in Hindi language. Netaji Research Foundation, Kolkata, published essential writings of Subhash Chandra Bose, in which letters of Subhash Chandra Bose to his wife Emil Shanky and to his mother or to other leaders. Netaji's Research Foundation was established by Shishir Kumar Bose and his son Shaukat Bose. Shishir Kumar Bose is son of his elder brother Sharat Chandra Bose. So it's a very much informative book. Very much informative. These all three books are very much informative about Subhash Chandra Bose. And a book written by Huck Toy, a British writer, titled Springing Tiger. And Shaukat Bose and Shishir Kumar Bose has also written a book named His Majesty's Opponent. His Majesty's Opponent. So these are books. One more book is also there that was written by the Leonard Garden, The Life of Subhash in Europe. And another book was written by S.A. Iyer, who was close associate of Subhash Chandra Bose. That book is on Indian National Army. So these are all books. There are so many other books, but these are most important books on which we have based this video, the short video we have made for the students those are appearing for the civil service examination. We have prepared this video in English because so many students from South, those are appearing, they ask me that their medium is not Hindi and they are not able to understand Hindi language properly. So please made a video in English. So I started to make this video. I have created this video for them. I have made a video in Hindi language on Subhash Chandra Bose 2 years back. Subhash Chandra Bose was indeed a collapsed in the people's heart of India. Because he played a fabulous role in the freedom struggle of this country. Even during the vital phase of his participation as a young boy, as a young person, has already been an eminent figure in the national freedom struggle. He has been an outstanding national leader. There is no conflict on that. and he was a socialist, committed socialist. He was a person who said the planning and the planned economy can be a future of this country. Planned economy. As the president of the Congress Party, he he made a planning commission under the chairmanship of Jawaharlal Nehru. So we are discussing in this video about the personality and the ideology, both aspects of his life. He was born in 23rd January 1897 in an upper middle class family. His father was Barrister Janakinath Bose, who was practicing in Cuttack, Odisha, and his mother was Prabhavati Bose. He was a ninth child of his family, ninth child of his parents. So he was admitted to the Renshaw Cottage College of Cuttack, from where he passed matriculation in year 1913 with the second position in the state. Then he was admitted to the Presidency College, Kolkata, for the graduation degree, where he formed a very strong group of the revolutionary students. Revolutionary students. So it's a very interesting story of this college also. A professor E.F. Orton, he was a professor of history. So he was very much arrogant person, and he just humiliated the Indian student so many ways. So that group, the revolutionary student group, fiercely argued with him and somehow mishandled also. So with that instance, Presidency College administration took strict action, action against Subhash Chandra Bose, and he was expelled from the college, Presidency College. Then he completed his graduation from the Cottage College of Calcutta. Then he went to England and admitted to the Cambridge University in year 1919. In England, he qualified for the Indian Civil Service with the second position, but he left the job in 1921 when Subhash Chandra Bose was only 23 years old. Only 23 years old. Mahatma Gandhi called for the non-cooperation movement, and he joined the non-cooperation movement and resigned from his post. He went to Calcutta. He made his battlefield for the further struggle, Calcutta, where he became the lieutenant of the great Congress leader Deshbandhu Chitranjan Das. Barrister, he was also barrister, and he has renounced his practice for the freedom struggle. So he became mentor, guide, philosopher for Subhash Chandra Bose. He was elected as a mayor of the Municipal Corporation of Kolkata. Then Subhash was appointed as the executive officer, chief executive officer of the Calcutta Corporation. But unfortunately, Deshbandhu Chitranjan Das died in year 1925. And Subhash Chandra Bose was arrested in 1926, and he was sent to Mandalay jail for 2 years, where he has gone through a very critical disease, tuberculosis. Ultimately, he cured himself with the yoga practice and all that. Anyhow, he became healthy. And between a just brief period from 1921 to 1927, he emerged as a national leader. He was appointed as a general secretary of the Indian National Congress in the year 1927. He was sent 11 times to jail by British administration. In year 1938, he was elected as a Congress president without having any contest. Unanimously was elected. But for the next term in 1939, Mahatma Gandhi opposed his presidency as a Congress party, or he was opposed by Pattabi Sitaramaiah. Pattabi was the candidate of the Mahatma Gandhi. But Subhash was very popular in Indian National Congress, and he defeated him to Pattabi with big margin. But Mahatma Gandhi did not allow him to function as a president of Indian National Congress. for the next term. Whole of Congress Working Committee resigned, including Jawaharlal Nehru, was very close to Subhash Chandra Bose in those days ideologically. He also resigned. Only Sharat Chandra Bose did not resign. So this way Subhash was not allowed to function as a Congress president. Then he was expelled from the Congress party for next 3 years. So he was compelled to leave Congress party. Then he made a forward bloc, a group forward bloc, a party forward bloc. Forward word came from from his own history. When he went to Calcutta as a Congress activist under Deshbandhu Chitranjan Das, Chitranjan Das started a magazine, nationalist magazine, with the name Forward. Subhash Chandra Bose was appointed as the editor of Forward Bloc. Forward Bloc. So this is a long story. We are narrating it. We are presenting this story in a very short way. In a very just we are presenting an outline of his life and the ideology. This way, the forward came from that background. Forward word. The forward word became a history now in the form of forward bloc. Forward bloc established a left consolidation committee. Left consolidation committee. As I have already told you, Subhash Chandra Bose was left-oriented leader. He was a committed socialist. He believed in the society. Actually, he made dialectical synthesis of Marxist ideology and the Indian spiritualism, as he was influenced by the Vivekananda and the Ramakrishna Paraman in his school ages. By that influence, after matriculation, he left his home for the yogic practices in the foods of Himalaya. But ultimately, he returned back for the normal life after 1 year experience, and he did graduation. I have already told that story to you. So he was a spiritualist and as well as he was a socialist. It's a wonderful and the rare combination in freedom struggle. This way, Subhash Chandra Bose became a legend by his bravery, by his commitment. 1939, he again arrested. That's what his 11th arrest, last arrest. He was kept in jail, but he was having very frail health in those days. So Britishers relieved him, but he was kept in home detention. World War started in September 1939, Second World War. Subhash took advantage of that situation, and from home detention, he with the help of his nephew, Shishu Kumar Bose, who was the son of Sharat Chandra Bose. With his help, he escaped from home detention to Peshawar. From Peshawar, Mia Akbar Khan, an activist of Indian National Congress, came to Calcutta, who has already joined Forward Bloc with Subhash Chandra Bose. He also helped him, and ultimately they both reached to the Peshawar. From Peshawar, with help of Comrade Bhagat Ram Talwar, with the help of so many other close associates of the Subhash Chandra Bose, Subhash Chandra Bose managed to reach Moscow. From Moscow to Berlin. It's a long story. Long story. A separate video can be created on that escape. In Berlin, he met Hitler with other Nazi leaders of the Nationalist Socialist Party of Germany. Those were fighting against Allied powers. So they suggested that he should go to Japan. Japan is fighting with Britishers in that area, in the Asia. So with his associate Colonel Abhisasan, he went to Japan in a submarine boat. The whole of the ocean was bombarded, but fortunately there was without no damage. They successfully reached to the Japan. In Japan, Raj Bose was there. He was a revolutionary leader, very famous for the Harding bomb case, which happened in year 1912. All of his associate has been hanged or went to life imprisonment, but he escaped and reached to Japan. Colonel Mohan Singh and Raj Bose have created an army that is called Indian National Army. They have given command of Indian National Army to Subhash Chandra Bose. Subhash Chandra Bose successfully uh, created Indian National Army with the help of British Indian soldiers. There was a great surrender of the British Army to the Japanese Army, and they were that was around 1 lakh soldiers has surrendered. Out of 1 lakh, around about 60,000 joined Indian National Army. So many of the local inhabitants also joined Indian National Army. So National Army was raised, and Subhash Chandra Bose in Singapore created a Azad Hind government on 21st October 1943. This way, Azad Hind Sarkar established in Singapore, and Dilli Chalo, the slogan of Dilli Chalo raised. दिल्ली चलो कदम कदम बढ़ाए जा खुशी के गीत गाए जा ये जिंदगी है कौम की तो कौम पर लुटाए जा. That is by the marching song of the Indian National Army. Wonderful song. Wonderful song. It's a long song. अलग न साथियों से हो कदम मिला के चल अंधेरे भी तू आए तो दिए जला के जल नई जमी पे आसमान नया बनाए जा कदम बढ़ाए जा नजर कदम बढ़ाए जा ओ शेर हिंद आगे बढ़ मौत से कभी न डर उड़ा के दुश्मनों का सर जोशे वतन बढ़ाए जा कदम कदम बढ़ाए जा खुशी के गीत गाए जा. Great enthusiasm in the Indian soldiers under the leadership of Subhash Chandra Bose. They fought crucial battles against British Army. Crucial battles in Kohima, in Imphal, in Andaman, in Nicobar. They liberated Andaman and Nicobar when hoisted Tiranga there. Their name was also changed. Swaraj and Shahid Islands, respectively. Andaman was called Shahid Island, and Nicobar was named as a Swaraj Island. Imphal was won by Indian National Army, but unfortunately, in Second World War, Axis forces defeated. Japan was also defeated, and America dropped 2 atom bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Japanese army surrendered, and there was no way before Indian National Army and Subhash Chandra Bose except to surrender. Subhash Chandra Bose was decided to go to Moscow. These soldiers, INA commanders, which were 3 big commanders, when army was raised, Gandhi Brigade was named. Azad, another brigade was named Nehru Brigade. Third one was Azad Brigade. Respectively, Major General Shahnawaz Khan was the made commander of the Gandhi Brigade. Gurdial Singh Dhillon was made commander of the Nehru Brigade, and the Prem Kumar Sehgal was made commander of Azad Brigade. A women regiment was also created under the commandership of the Lakshmi Swami Nathan. Later on, she was known as a Lakshmi Sehgal Rani Jhansi Regiment. So they fought bravely and created a history, though they could not win the freedom, independence war, but they created a great uproar, great enthusiasm, great inspiration to whole of the nation. And Subhash Chandra Bose became a great legend, a most lovable hero of Indian masses in those days. A court case was launched in Lal Killa, and the whole of the nation raised the slogan Lal Kile se aayi awaaz, Dhillo Sehgal Shahnawaz, Dhillo Sehgal Shahnawaz. So, with the inspiration of Indian National Army, Royal Indian Navy revolted in 1946. 1945, the war ended. INA surrendered. Subhash tried to escape, and ultimately he was eloped. Again, Indian people thought that he is against this British administration, like in 1939, and and Shahnawaz Commission was formed to investigate the death of Subhash Chandra Bose, because it is said there is a air crash in Taipei, the capital of Taiwan, because Taiwan was under occupation of Japan since 1894 till 1945, till its defeat. Then it was given to the China, Republic of China. So there was no sign, there was no papers, all papers belong to Japanese government. Japanese government shown to the commission. These are the these are the happenings when the air crash happened in Taipei. So it's a very debatable question. After that, in year 1971, again Indira Gandhi made a commission, formed a commission under Justice G.D. Khosla. G.D. Khosla confirmed the reports of the Shahnawaz Commission that Subhash is no more. He died in air crash. Then in 1919, in the period of Atal Bihari Vajpayee Prime Ministership, another commission, Mukherjee Commission, was formed. Mukherjee Commission disagreed with the previous commissions. Anyhow, it's a very much debatable, but so many Indians never accepted that Subhash died in air crash. Here, the Royal Indian Navy revolt was also crushed, and General Lachin Lake commented that the feeling in Indian Army is in a high tide of freedom struggle. Impact of Subhash and the impact of INA is on every soldier of British Indian Army. So ultimately, Britishers decided to leave India with a divided India with the help of Muslim League. Congress Congress could not unite, could not liberate united India. In divided India liberated. If Subhash would have been there, there would have been no division. That is a hypothetical question. This way, it's a very long story in a very brief manner. In a very short manner, we try to present before our students. I I I think that they will be benefited by this outline, and they will read further about that era, revolutionary era. That is about the pinnacle of the revolutionary movement. As I have told you, the Subhash Chandra Bose since very beginning. He has a revolutionary fervor. He was the person who brought this corpse of Jatin Das from Lahore to Calcutta. Jatin Das was associated with Bhagat Singh, who died in a hunger strike in Lahore jail. So he has very deep connections with the revolutionary since his lifetime, since childhood to last days. He was in the Congress, but he has a very deep connections with the revolutionary movement. And himself was a revolutionary. He proved ultimately he resigned from the. Ultimately, he was compelled to resign, and he created an army, great army. This way, we should analyze the personality and the conflict with Mahatma Gandhi also. He renounced his all differences with Mahatma Gandhi, and he created Gandhi Brigade. That that shows the greatness of and the great heart of Subhash Chandra Bose. Great heart. Nehru Brigade, who opposed Subhash Chandra Bose. That was that the way we should assess the personality and the ideology. I have already told you that he wanted in a society we should not have a caste system. We should not have a gap between the rich and poor, so wide gap. Equality, economic equality, social equality, national integration, a Hindustaniyat. This way, he was a great nationalist. If we want to create a great nation, then we have to follow Subhash Chandra Bose. We have to follow Subhash Chandra Bose. Personality of Subhash Chandra Bose. We should inspire by Subhash. If you want, if you want to create a strong nation, because communal tendencies destroyed this country in 1947. Again, it may destroy. If you say it's a Hindu India, it's a Muslim India. India is a India, nationalist India, one India without having any differences on basis of religion, on the basis of caste, creed, and the provinces as well as, and the languages. Look, India may be united, India may be strong, India may be a wonderful country if we follow the revolutionaries' ideas. We should not forget the dreams of the revolutionaries. Ideas of the revolutionaries, those want a secular India, those want a socialist India, which has already been written in the constitution, but it never practiced. A gap between rich and power is widening day by day. Richer are becoming more richer. 75% of wealth has been kept by only few families, and the rest are wretched, poor, unemployed. There is no India of which was dreamt, revolutionary dreamt. So we should follow his ideological aspects also, and the bravery and the commitment to the nation. Undaunted commitment without fear. He sacrificed his life. So there may be controversy on his death, but there is no controversy on his ideology. There is no controversy on his uh, life and the personality. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, Jindabad, Jindabad.